Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the junk jar. Dun dun dun. So hopefully by now some of you are getting familiar with the junk jar, and it's time for another episode. So let's get right in there and see what we got going on, huh? All right. I'm gonna let you guys look in here a little bit, maybe with the light. Hopefully it's focusing. So I'm just gonna reach in and grab something, but if you watch this video and you saw something in here that you want me to do on the next junk jar, if you can type it in the comments, and I go and read every comment, type it in the comments and we'll do it as the next junk jar. So I'm gonna shake it up and flip it around. And if you got, oh look, see, there's just stuff falling out all over the place. If you guys see something, take a look. You let me know. Alright, it's all going back in. Oh look, hey look, something fell out. Alright, well, I guess maybe the junk jar sort of picked itself, didn't it? And spare beads falling out, and I got bars dropping out of here all over the place. Well, that's going back in, and so are the beads. Alright, now we have to find the other one of this, and this may end up being a pretty boring junk jar, because those are kind of cute. Alright, well, let me see if I can find the other one. First of all. Hang on. Aha. Okay. In it goes. In. Alright, I'm going to put the junk jar over here. Alright, well, obviously, these are a pair of earrings. I'm going to hold them still for a second. Alright, well, my critical eye, yeah. So if you hear some squeaking, Hocus is over on the bed with one of his squeaky toys. Just, yeah, having a good old time over there. Oh, now he's looking at me because he knows I'm talking about him. Nothing to see here. Sorry, I love my dog. He's so cute. Okay. So I don't love him. Surprise! I like the basic design. I love a dangle earring. I think what I'm disliking the most is just the metal. I can tell this is raw copper that I did not lacquer. Most of the time I will lacquer my copper if I'm going to sell it, or I use a coated copper so that it doesn't tarnish. And do I have any of that out here in all the piles of junk? I probably do. This, let me check the camera. Hopefully it's focusing on that. Does it help if I do that for the camera to focus? I'll find out. So this is a coated copper wire, and it stays much nicer looking. It holds up much better. So do I have some of that? That's a really good question. So that's the first thing. The ear wires on these have to be changed out. I like doing a little chain like that. That's super cute. The other thing I am going to change out on this is This is just a generic head pin on thin wire. While they are functional and they work great, I don't like them. Usually they are on a 22 gauge wire, and for me, that's just a little too thin. One of my main concerns, it's one of the first things that I think about when I'm designing and creating a piece, is the durability of the piece. It's got to hold up. For me, I'm really hard on my jewelry, really hard, because I don't ever take it off. I literally, ever. I have pieces, this piece I've worn for years and have not ever taken it off. Never taken it off. Never taken it off. This ring right here, I've had for about 18 years or so. Never taken it off. I'm sorry my fingers look so... Yeah, okay. I'll stop apologizing for stuff someday. Anyway, so I'm really hard on my jewelry, so any piece that I make that I'm going to sell to somebody, if I'm creating something for you and you're going to spend your hard-earned money on it, it's got to last. It's got to be good enough. If it's not good enough for me, and I am picky, then it's not good enough for you. So, yeah, I don't like the regular plain head pins. So we're definitely changing that out. So, and do you like them like this? I mean, that design's cute. That really is cute. And that actually kind of works for me. I know, I move too much. I'm sorry. I love it. It's just little fairy flower bell earrings kind of thing. And this is check glass, so in this, let me look, that's probably vintage, and those might be vintage too. That's not, but it's all check glass. If you don't know, this is, see, here's another video idea. At some point I've been thinking about doing videos sort of explaining in more detail the materials that I use, and that you will see all throughout my designs. One of the materials I use the most, because I just love it, is Czech glass. Czech glass comes from the Czech Republic. You may have also heard the term Bohemian glass, because over 100 years ago, the Czech Republic was called Bohemia. So that's where the term comes from. Most glass from the Czech Republic was made in mom and pop shops. They're glass houses, and they were usually family owned, and those are disappearing at an alarming rate. So the nice stuff, the vintage stuff, is getting much, much harder to find. When the glass houses close, all their molds and color formulas, etc., they don't get sold, they don't get passed along, they get destroyed. So the nice stuff, the old stuff, the vintage stuff, it's getting harder to find, and a lot of it will never ever be made again. Okay, so that's my spiel on that. All right, let's rework these earrings. So if you would hold on one second, I'm gonna go over to my wire case, and I don't really think you guys want to see that, but well, okay. I'm gonna pick you up, and I'm probably gonna make you guys nauseous because the camera's on a tripod, so I'm gonna pick the whole tripod up, and I'm gonna take you over without banging you too hard. Ooh. Oh, I've got other cases in the way. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pick you up and over, and down we go. Ooh. Nope, I've got cases in the way. Oh, for heaven's sake. Hold on. Move that out of the way so I can back that up. There you go. Sorry about all that. So these are bead cases, right? These are some of my bead cases. That one there, oh, we're going out of focus because it's trying to focus on my hand, so we don't want that. So that one there has most of my tools in the top of it, which you can't see because it's covered up with other stuff. And this one is obviously wire. Lots and lots and lots of wire. So let me get in here. Let me move that. And, oh hey, does that look familiar to anybody? That video should be up and done. I do believe, I don't think I have the pashmina and the kilt pin listed on my website yet, but it's a coming. Hi. So I want that. Oh, I don't have much left, do I? Do I? Oh, that's 24. That's tiny. So wire comes in all different gauges, and the gauge of the wire determines the thickness, the heaviness of it. As you can see, I'll go drastic so you can see the difference. I don't know how good the lighting here is going to be, but that's 14 gauge. This is 20 gauge. So it's a little counterintuitive. The higher the number on the wire, the thinner it is. Alright, so I've got a little bit of what I want. And note to self, I need to order some more, and I'm going to pick you back up, and I'm going to spin you around and bring you back over and try to set you down in pretty much the same spot without making you too nauseous. Okay. Sorry, just put my hand there to sort of see where we're at. And as usual, you probably hear Hocus whining again, because he can hear, and actually you guys can probably hear them too. The little thump 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 in the background are the kids running around upstairs. Okay, so ear wires, that has to get done. Hang on one second, I'm just getting my Alright, so we're gonna make we're gonna make a whole lot of new everything for these, I think. Hope I have enough. I should. Right? Alright, so I sort of have a sweet spot figured out for my ear wires when I'm making them, because as you can see, I like the tails a bit longer so they don't walk themselves out of your ears. That was another pet peeve of mine back in the day when I was buying jewelry made by other people, so that you would lose your earrings because they made the tails too short. So the earrings just backed themselves right out of your ears. That's no fun. Nobody wants to spend money on a pair of earrings that they loved and then lose them because the engineering behind the piece wasn't right. Oh, poor Hokey. Can you guys hear him whining? You know, all this social distancing stuff. We've not been spending a lot of time with my roommates that live upstairs. And he loves the kids, the boys, and they also have a dog named Moose. Moose. He's a good boy. But yeah, we haven't been spending a whole lot of time up there. Or I haven't even been letting him go up much at all because of, you know, that which shall not be named. And you all know what I'm talking about. The V word. Okay, so we're just gonna snip these bad boys right to pieces. We're just gonna snip that too. And we'll pull all that off. And we'll snip this one. I just might make the whole piece right here in front of you guys this time. I haven't really done that before, have I? I don't think I have. I think I start it, and then I go off and I finish it, and I make you guys wait to see what it ends up turning into. But with this one, I don't really think we're going to change much on the design, because I did like it. Right, so we're going to put our little decorative bead back on, and then I will take my bail making pliers and I put it in there and I tuck it in real good, and then we just go whoop, whoop. And then you have an ear wire. Huzzah! Next. Oh my God, she coughed. Sorry. Hey, look at that. 2 ear wires. Doo, doo, doo. All right. Now, I want to... See, now I am thinking. We're going to keep the basics of the design, right? So I like movement in a piece. I like articulated sections to pretty much anything I'm making, but particularly in earrings. An articulated section will give you movement, and it's just an attractive design element. So I'm sitting here contemplating, and I'll just do like a dry mock-up here real quick. Do that. So making this as one component, and then making the half moon as a separate component that will come out on top. They'll be close to each other, but they'll be attached to each other via a loop, so that there will be some movement between the two. So, what the heck? Let's give that a whirl. I don't have a lot of wire to waste, so I'd better be a little conservative. Yeah, am I going to be able to get my wire if I order it? Anybody else having those kinds of issues? You're worried about something that you're used to being able to purchase whenever you need it, and now it's no longer available? Oh.